What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Help Coin home to your crypto recovery. I'm your boss, Wei Van Winkle. I hope that everyone is having a great day. Our trip isn't until December 8th, 2 weeks from now, and boy, oh boy, I can't wait. I'm going to take a nice 3 week break, which is almost 2 weeks. It sounds crazy to say 2 weeks too late, but it's Sunday night, the last night. We had video games of college football balls. I love this time of the year. There are a lot of NFL games going on right now, which makes me happy. I'm not excited about some NFL sports. We were also given the 60-minute interview with Brad Garlinghouse, which will happen in about 11 hours at 7 p.m. time in Eastern Standard. I can't wait to see what it turns into. I can't wait to see the CC ad that played during this interview and told people to start the Hinman files. In this episode, it's a great time to be living. We had a lot of space to move over. We'll talk about X or PX or PX or PX or PMAP in a bit. Are we going to look for a breakout, or are we already aware of one? What does that magic number 2 closed above mean? I would have kept you safe. Now all you have to do is sit back and relax, because we're about to start a Bitcoin 99,910 greenbacks. It is currently up 3% in the last 24 hours, with Theory coming in at 3,984. The price is down about 0.5% right now, with XRP coming in at number 3. So exact up there in that third spot. Wouldn't it be to give your 2 cents? 5% in the last 24 hours. It's now at 5%. The dollar pegs for both USDT and USDC are a little above $1. Now we need to look at the total market value of all cryptocurrencies, which is $3.69 trillion. Brad Garlinghouse projected that we would see that magical $5 trillion through the end of the year. Do we see it now? You also know how quick money gets into this market. There is no doubt that we will get there, or at least get to that area of $4.5 to $5 trillion, which could be that sweet spot for us. Going into the new year, we'll have a completely bullish first quarter, followed by an extremely bullish second quarter, third quarter, and so on. These are very exciting times ahead, and I wish we could press the fast forward button and speed up the process. But it's so funny that we love seeing those costs go up. We enjoy seeing people with little or no knowledge in the market, don't we? If you don't know, I publish this every month for 5 greenbacks. If you join Patreon, you'll get access to all of my films. It's cheaper than YouTube Premium, and you can watch all the movies I've uploaded to Patreon. This is a backup in case something happens to the YouTube feed. Like what happened last week. We're in it. It's turned out to be lucky for me. Because we made such a big noise on Twitter and in the letters I sent, we got the channel back within days. But if you're looking for something without ads, we hope you'll help the station. $5 a month on Patreon. As soon as YouTube posts one, they all do too. As a result, you can go listen over there, which is where we can talk about the stones I'm talking about. Going to look into the breakouts, because I can't take the fear of YouTube being taken down again, people. It hurt that the link will be below in the air, and a lot of people have already signed up. I think that once we get to around 100, we'll be able to do some live streams just for Patreon members, or you'll have direct access to me, and I'll let you know right now when the daily live streams happen on Wednesday. We've been getting between 1,500 and 3,000 people a day, so it's hard for me to answer your questions and see everything that's coming through because the chats are so busy. So your question can be answered below on a smaller stage for a smaller community. I'm not surprised by what I'm seeing from Velo, and I love how the price has changed on Velo. If you look at the chart for the past year, you'll see that in the last 24 hours, it's up 26%. The last 7 days, 60%, 14 days, 67. 30 days, 134, 60 days, 120, and after a year, we're up more than 710%. I told you that, but this part became, and I bought it for a penny. We actually called it a little less than a penny, but I don't care what the call is, I do what I enter, it's 1 cent. I told you that I would stop listening to Velo when it got to that 20-cent rate. For now, I'm just watching all of us talk about it. Here's my 2 cents. It's up to a beautiful chart. In my opinion, it's going a lot higher. No longer a suggestion for economic. This is great work by Velo. Get XRP if you like XLM. Velo is kind of like it. And it got me to the point where I can only use it for 20 cents or 50 cents. Everything is coming, and that's my 2 cents. Even if we reach 20 cents, you'll see a return of about 7x. If we reach 50 cents, you'll see a return of about 15x. Bit higher, like 17 to 18x. That's beautiful. And that's all I'm going for when I look at those alts. Whatever I do with crypto, I aim for a 5x return. It's definitely magical, folks. Michael put out this old season, and now it's starting. We're all about to get disgustingly rich. I agree with it. I think it's it. Really all season. It's not all season, I don't think. I don't think it will be all season, but I think we will see alts play C's up as much as Bitcoin. We were seeing a lot of it, and I think a lot of the dominant players have already put out what they promised to play C's up. Of course, there are still some that can be behind, which is a K. However, I believe Bitcoin will take off soon. I agree with the market makers that the price of Bitcoin should stay below 100,000 euros. They are floating around in a beautiful and one of a kind place. I guess that when it finally does get out, we'll get that explosion from 108 to 115. It's 130 million, 150,000, $175, and it will start to move around in chunks. That will happen soon. And this will happen when we get the spin out to all the old star to moon. All of this will happen in Q1. Q1 is a lot closer than 23 days or 24 days. And we'll see some really cool fireworks like the ones we saw in November, parents. Right now is the time. These are the issues we keep an eye on in the crypto markets. After 3.5 hard years, these alts still only have purple. Also, this cryptocurrency is very famous, but it's been pretty much stuck and isn't moving. We're waiting for these bullish instances and these bullish runs. And we have Monica Long right here on CNBC. When you watch this movie, this part is muted for a few reasons. This is because they didn't like me gambling it. But RLUSD is coming this month, says the president of Ripples, and Monica Long is the president of Ripples. It may soon be okay with the New York Department of Financial Services. This will help bring more cash onto XRP, the XRP system, and its transactions. That is a big step forward for both Ripple and the ledger. Remember the hard to get to. It seems like Ripple is moving away from XRP, but that's not true, guys. XRP is the coin that you need to get into the XRP ledger. There could be changes in a lot of code swap that would stop XRP from being able to do that. That's it. If it uses the ledger, it uses XRP. Also remember that Ripple backed up their claim weeks ago that they were minting, or backing 20% of USDC. That will obviously stop, and the 20% they've been doing in USDC will come back over since they'll be backing RLUSD 1-to-1. Give Monica a listen. Since us dollar steady coins are in high demand, the market value of regular solid coins today is about $160 billion. 3 trillion yen is what people think will happen in the next 4 to 5 years. That's for a few reasons. First, we need to keep us dollars clean so that people can easily access US dollars in different parts of the world. Second, we see demand for bills from a wide range of financial institutions that want to use blockchain to make foreign bills more efficient. I want to do it with the strongest dollar, and there are a lot of people around. Let me ask you this question. When do you plan to start it? We're working on it right now, and you can expect to hear more from us later this year. So, is it likely to come out this year? Most likely you move there. If we knew it was coming, we would have started already. But you know what we were waiting for? The regulatory approval. The idea they were going to didn't come together in time. So all they did was set up the trades that were supposed to help it. This will give us a big boost and move things forward, not only for the XRP